Good evening, fellow Dota scholars. My name is Sir Magnus Archmage Reaves I, and I come with troubling news. The Frost Mage Ethrian, now known as Lich, has been pulled from the Black Pool and been resurrected. This is your counter-tactics seminar on the enemy.
Feel my cold embrace.
Lich is a support ranged intelligence hero adept in the arts of frost magic. He has a single target nuke which also does damage in a small area around the unit, he shields allies with a coat of frost which increases armor and slows attacking units, and he can devour friendly creeps to restore mana and gain experience. His ultimate causes him to release a giant orb of frost that deals major magic damage which will bounce randomly to nearby enemy units, while also slowing movement and attack speed. Lich likes to build support items like Tranquil Boots and Mechanism, followed by any items that will increase his damage, such as Aether Lens or Aghanim Scepter. Here are some general tips when fighting Lich. Number 1. Stay on top of your creep denies and last hitting. Lich will be sacrificing creeps in an attempt to keep the creep lane as close to his tower as he can, forcing you into an unsafe position. Number 2, all of Lich's spells, with the exception of Sacrifice, apply slowing effects, which are now independent of each other, meaning they stack. This is a bad thing for you, especially if you're already one of the slower heroes. Number 3, and this is important, spread out for Chain Frost. Lich's ultimate does a lot of damage, and it can bounce up to 10 times between heroes and creeps and whatever else happens to be lying around. With Aghanim Scepter, the bounce limit is removed, giving it infinite bouncing potential. Watch out for those traps. Here are a couple items to think about when facing off against Lich. Number 1. Lotus Orb. A well-timed Lotus Orb has the potential of returning a Chain Frost to the enemy team. Number 2. Pipe of Insight is great for absorbing all of Lich's magic damage. Number 3, as a maybe, you might consider buying a Yule Scepter to give you a couple of seconds of invulnerability and a chance for allies to spread away from you. A Yule's can also remove slowing debuffs if you didn't know already. He's gonna be slowing you, you get it. Now, using BecomeTheGamer.com, here are 3 high win advantage heroes to consider drafting versus a Lich. Number 1, Anti-mage. Surprise, surprise, but not really a surprise at all. As it clearly states in the hero's title, he is the Anti-mage. With his built-in mana burn, spell shield, and ultimate, he can make quick work of a Lich's poor health pool. Next up we have Rubik, the Grand Magus. The great thing about Rubik is there's not really any special quirks, he's just a well-rounded hero that can help turn the fight around. Telekinesis, Nullfield, and Spellsteal are great utilities against Lich. A stolen Chain Frost is like the dream, really. Last up, and an interesting one, we have Broodmother. The trick to Brood vs Lich is to shut down Lich in the early game. Remember, Frost Blast has a small AoE and Chain Frost can bounce between spiderlings, which, depending on your luck, can either be always lucky or very bad. Very, very bad. So use your spiderlings to push towers, harass, and take advantage of low health targets, such as Lich. Thank you so much for the eyes and ears. Remember, these are just some helpful tips. Winning comes from knowing your roles, never diving too hard for a kill, and remembering to relax. You're doing fine, really. Except for those of you that aren't doing fine. Quit it. You can learn more about BTG on Facebook, Twitter, and BecomeTheGamer.com. If you want to hang out with me or find out what I'm up to, you can always find my linky things in the video description down below. And remember guys, I love you. I'm not supposed to say whether you like it or not anymore.